Hello everyone. Welcome to this introduction to our upcoming mindfulness and meditation workshop. We are holding it at the Natural Healing and Wellness Centre in Paphos, Cyprus. It's a one-day workshop with 7 hours of teaching with an hour's break. We'll also have 15-minute breaks throughout the day. Now this workshop is something which is close to my heart because most of the people who come for me for treatments are stressed. They have anxiety, worries, which over a period of time create physical and emotional issues. We don't want to be the slaves of our mind. Mindfulness can assist us in realizing that we are not our mind, we are not our thoughts. They are only just tools. Our mind is a tool to assist us. Our thoughts are just thoughts, one of many millions of possibilities. So, do you want to start stopping those negative thought patterns? Do you want to become the master of your mind and not its slave, at its beck and call? Do you want to be able to live a happier, stress-free life? Do you want to find more balance and harmony in your daily life? Do you want to create a new mindset, a new way of thinking, a new way of perceiving the world? Waking up in the morning, not thinking about, oh my God, what's going to happen today? Thinking about all the negative problems, focusing just on the difficulties. This is what mindfulness is about. It's much more than just this, but basically a lot of people at the beginning need mindfulness to help them stop the mind from creating these negative thought processes which bring us down, which lower our vibration. And when our vibration is lower, we spiral into negative thought patterns, and this creates ill health in the body, the mind and the emotions. So, a little bit more. What is mindfulness? This is something which is quite common when I start talking to people about mindfulness. Many people have heard of the word mindfulness, but they always say, well, I've heard of it, I'm not really sure what it is. Well, basically, mindfulness is creating a new mindset, a new way of thinking, a new way to perceive the world. To realise that, as I said before, we are not our mind. Our mind doesn't control us. We've allowed our mind over time to be able to run riot. We believe our thoughts that the mind generates, and sadly, most of the time it generates negative thought patterns. When a situation happens in our lives, our mind jumps to a negative future prediction of it, brought on from visiting the past, from a negative situation in the past, and then projecting into the future. All these negative emotions are brought into our state at the moment in time. All these emotions generated are creating a negative effect on our emotional state and our physical state. They're all brought into the now. And let me tell you something. Nothing's actually happening at the moment. It's just a thought. Nothing's happened. Our minds just jumped back to the past to relive something that was a similar situation, then back into the present, brought those negative emotions, and then projected into the future, into a negative possibility. But we felt all that pressure and stress and anxiety now in the present moment. What's that done? That's clouded our view. That's clouded our perspective on the situation. We can't see clarity. All we're focusing on is the negative. Mindfulness assists us and helps us to have clarity. Mindfulness helps us to stay in the present moment. Mindfulness trains us to live in the now. Whenever we are aware that our mind has moved out of the present moment and is on a negative thought process cycle, whether it's reliving things in the past or projecting to the future. As soon as we realise and become aware that we're focusing on something negative, we bring ourselves back to the present moment. There's a lot more to mindfulness than this, but this is something which people can grasp at the beginning. Now, people also say, okay, should we never visit the past or project into the future? Of course we should, but only for positive, productive purposes. We'll go over this in depth in the course. Now, on the day we'll be doing, as I said before, mindfulness and different forms of meditation. So, many people say to me, I can't stop thinking. When I'm meditating, I just can't stop thinking. Well, let me tell you, mindfulness allows you to think. It doesn't say that you have to stop thinking when you're meditating. With the techniques and training we will teach you on the day, you will realise that it's okay to think. On the day, we'll be covering many different types of meditations. We'll be doing chakra balancing guided meditation. We'll be doing body awareness meditation. We'll be doing breathing meditation. We'll be obviously doing mindfulness meditation. We'll be doing mindful eating meditation. We'll be doing mindful walking meditation. Very interesting. We'll also be doing something which is wonderful because you can adopt this into your daily life. You can do this anytime. We'll be doing a meditation which is just doing a simple task, and you can relate it to anything that you're doing anytime. You will also learn to and experience on the day how your thoughts affect your physical body. How feeling happy and worrying affects the physical and emotional body. Now, mindfulness is not a quick fix. It takes time and patience, but it's worth it. It's something which will assist you in your daily life. Another thing which is important, mindfulness is not just for those on a spiritual path. Mindfulness is for everyone. Mindfulness nowadays is used in big businesses, Reebok, eBay, the governments use it, the armed services use it, because they see how amazing it is and how wonderful it is to assist the people. When people are more mindful, they're more productive, the more aware they're in touch with themselves. They have less sick days, they feel happier, they interact with each other better. Mindfulness helps us to have better relationships with ourselves and others. Now, something which is quite interesting as well. We'll be covering many different myths and misunderstandings and those kind of things which people ask me, well, I understand what they're saying, but I just don't know how to do it. One thing which is interesting. People, you may have heard this many times. People say, just observe. Observe this. Observe the object. Observe the thought. And you say, okay, I understand. I'm observing it. But what do they mean? I'm going to start thinking about it. On the day we will teach you exactly what these things mean. And this is very important when working with a teacher. It's not just about me relaying the information. It's about me explaining in depth so you fully digest the information. So when you leave on that day, you understand, not just to recite it to someone, but you understand it within your whole essence, what the meaning, what it actually is. We break it down, and everybody learns in different ways. And our classes are only holding a maximum of 4 persons. So I have time during the day to have a lot of personal time with each person, spend time within the group, ask questions, answer questions, discuss different problem areas. It's all about sharing. I say to many of my students when I've taught them up to teacher level, when you teach, you will learn more than when you're studying. Because we are all teachers and we are all students. So for me, when I teach, I actually learn at the same time. It's wonderful. But going back to the course, it's a wonderful course because it gives you something to take home with you and use in your practical life. And as you may have heard me say many times when talking about meditation and mindfulness, it's an empowering tool. When we go about our daily life and we're stressed and things are going wrong, it feels like everything's coming down on us. With these practices, we can just find a quiet spot and sit even for 5 minutes and just meditate. It can be compared to like some people call recharging the batteries a power nap. This is not a power nap. We're not going to sleep, but it refreshes the energy system. It refreshes the mind. It refreshes the body. It gives you balance, clarity, and it charges you up. So you're ready to deal with anything that comes your way. And remember, you can do this anytime, because the training will give you is it's not that you have to sit quiet into a corner. You can do it as you're sat on a train. You can do it while washing the dishes. You can do it while walking down the street. You can do it while having a meal. You can do it excuse me, you can do it whenever you need to. We will also be teaching you on the day techniques and processes to assist you through your daily life. One of these processes is called areas of control, and this means how you can get clarity and perspective when you're faced with fearful problems, worries, how you can see them for what they are. These are wonderful techniques and processes, and they really helped me and have helped many people over the years to get clarity and perspective, and to give you that inner strength to know what you should be doing and where you should be going. Another process we'll be teaching on the day is to discover what your priorities are at this moment in time, and also to discover what your priorities you would like them to be, and how to align them to each other, slowly to move towards your focus and priorities which mean more to you. Another process we'll be teaching you on the day is how to stay in the flow of life, how to be aware of your synchronicities on a daily basis, how to stay in the moment so you become aware of them, and when you do become aware of them, about showing gratitude. We will also guide you to how to keep a gratitude journal and the importance of it for a perspective and also from an energy perspective. So there's much more that which will be happening on the day, but I've talked for quite a while now. So the information below will be about when the workshop is on. Our contact information is below also, and you're welcome to contact us with any questions you have about what the course is going to be about, or anything which you'd like to ask. And I'd leave you now with a wonderful saying that my wife said, I think it was yesterday, and this is, Our health is our wealth. And this is such a wonderful, powerful statement because it's so true. It doesn't matter how much money you have, doesn't matter how successful you have, without your health, it doesn't mean anything. So remember, when we talk about health, we're not just talking about physical health, we're talking about mental health and emotional health. So I hope to see you on the course. Blessings to you all. See you soon. Bye bye.